I've always wanted to make a video. This one started in an artistic kind of way, since I wanted to create a montage to commemorate what my life was up to that moment. In this first project that I imagined, I was to film different pieces at the places I used to visit, or with the people that were close to me. I had magnificent plans, which included my favorite music, a melancholic theme, and me as the star of the video, but I never made it. There's plenty of stuff we begin but actually never finish. It's like our way of life, or at least my way of life, makes it more difficult to commit to these long projects that last at least over a month. I wonder if most people are like this. The answer is probably a yes. Most people are like this, but also most definitely there are some people which are able to carry out these long projects, finishing them and getting whatever was at the end of it. You also have to add all the experience they got just for doing something different to procrastinating on your phone, or in the obscure turns of the internet. I may be sounding quite pessimistic now, and I am being pessimistic. It's not like I've never finished anything at all. One day I was joyfully playing Harvest Moon. It was around year 3. I had lots of different crops planted, and I was becoming quite rich just by selling them. That's when I thought, I could be doing this in real life. So I began getting all I needed in order to run my own little farm. This farm thing was more demanding than you could think, since I live in an apartment which doesn't get as much light as you would get on a typical patio, and oh boy how crops such as tomatoes need light. I managed to finish this project. I remember eating my cherry tomatoes roughly 3 months after I planted them. Most importantly, I learned to plant, care, fertilize, pollinate and harvest crops. Basic gardening skills that are more than enough for an ordinary city dweller like me. Not finishing something is not totally pointless. Even if you don't finish what you were doing, you still learn from the experience. I was bored beginning my winter break a few years ago, when somehow I discovered Duolingo. Around that time, the site was just beginning to get popular, and one of the 5 courses they offered was English to German. I've been always curious about the German language, so I decided to give it a shot. I was probably the most productive I've ever been in my life. Every day I work on learning German grammar, words, and even some of their culture. After about a month, I had a basic but solid understanding of the language. I didn't become fluent, but now I can read the dankest memes on the web in a totally different language. Ultimately, life is like an RPG, or rather, RPGs are modeled after life. That makes more sense. Just like you level up your archery skill in Skyrim, you can level up any of your skills in the real world. Just imagine all those hours you spend looking at your phone, waiting for the next message that will change your life, but it never comes. And instead turning that time into learning a skill that you can apply in real life. Well, here I am, spending my time into learning the video making process, and I am enjoying it. So if you're hesitant to start this new big project in your life because it takes too long to complete and you may not even finish it, reconsider it, since you always learn something new from an experience, and learning will always be desirable. Oh, and do this while you still can.